I'd like to introduce you guys to Reverend Jesse Lee Peterson, the founder and president of the Brotherhood Organization of a New Destiny, Bond, a group dedicated to promoting conservatism among African Americans. There's something you should know about Reverend Jesse Lee Peterson. How do I put this? He's the dumbest person in all of existence.
I want to say goodbye to America.
Oh, you're leaving? Cool. Bye. See you around. Haha. Don't forget to fucking write. If you can write. Which I kind of doubt.
It's over. My America is gone.
It's over. I'm sorry. But it's over.
It's unfortunate, but it's over. And short of God intervening, I don't see any turnaround.
You're waiting for God to intervene, huh? I don't know, man. I wouldn't hold my breath on that one. The last time God intervened in human affairs was right around the time... Well, it was actually... Strange coincidence, this. It was just before we started keeping reliable records as to events, you know?
I still have hope. I'm not hopeless. But I don't see any turnaround. I realize that one of the primary reasons is that it is over for America is because women are taking over.
Okay.
But not all. There are a few out there that are logical women that can make sound decisions, but most cannot.
Okay, so if a woman agrees with you, then she's okay. But if a woman doesn't agree with you, then she's the source of the ruination of America. Well, I have a question. What about all the men, like me, who also disagree with you? Are we not part of the problem? Are we brainwashed by women? I don't understand how exactly this works. How is it women's fault? There are both women and men who disagree with everything that you say, and yet it's only the women who disagree with you that are the ruination of America. Explain that to me, you stupid fuck.
And the unfortunate thing is that they're in powerful positions. They're running businesses and things like that. And the one thing I know for sure, without a doubt.
Okay. Everybody, I don't know how to put this, but just brace yourself for some real stupidity.
Women cannot handle power. It's not in them to handle power in the right way. They don't know what to do with it.
Just the other day, I come home from the titty bar, and my woman is mad. She make me sleep on the couch. And that's how I know women can't handle no power. And while I was sitting on the couch, I wrote up this sermon. So I could prove to you that women don't know how to handle no power using scientificalness.
And then secondly, it's not real power anyway. Power that the world gives you is not power. It's all ego building. The real and true power comes from God.
Okay, so if real power only comes from God, and the power that women have is false power, then how do they have the power to ruin America? Unless it's God's will for America to be ruined, then the women wouldn't have the ability to destroy America. So either it's God's will, and the women are part of his plan, or it's against God's will, and the power of women is real power. Okay, so what you're saying don't make no logical sense. The fucking wires are not lining up. You see? You see this? Connection? That's not happening. Okay? It's like this. One thread of your logic is here, the other thread is here, and ne'er do they touch. You got me, Buster? All right.
And God is the one that gave man the power and the authority over the wife and to spiritually guide the world.
Well, speaking in my capacity as a man, my spiritual guidance to everyone watching this video is to point at you and laugh with bemused contempt. I feel like that's what Jesus would want, and I would know, because I have a penis and a set of balls. So, you fucking idiot.
And the right way to go. And I realized that men made mistakes in the past, but most men did not make mistakes in the past. And when men were in charge, things were tougher, and more solid.
Tougher and more solid. What does that mean exactly? Those are things you would say to describe a pickup truck. You gotta try the new Ford F-150. Tough and solid. What does that have to do? Like, okay, there was a bunch of people with dicks that were like, we on top, and then the world was harder somehow and more compact, and now the world is more soft and jiggly and supple. Makes about as much sense as what you're fucking saying.
And the one thing I realized that the world has done to women have been degraded. Women are now degraded. They have no shame.
They're degraded because they're not ashamed. So a key to being undegraded is to feel massively ashamed all the time.
Women sitting there testifying about how much sex they're having out of wedlock, and all these women into all this stuff with no shame. Women would not have done that in the good old days. There would have been a sense of shame about it. But she had no shame about it. I'm like, wow. First of all, she's presented herself. Rush Limbaugh called her a slut. And she didn't realize that she looked like a slut sitting there making that type of confessing.
Kind of like how you don't realize that you look like an idiot when you try to communicate your ideas to an audience.
That type of thing. And I'm thinking, wow, what happened to women that this is okay for them to exploit themselves in that way? How did we get to a point where women think we should pay for them to have sex? How did we get to a point they want to force us to buy them birth control? Was I sleeping when this was happening? I didn't see this coming. It blows my mind.
Yeah, well, that's about the only thing that women are going to be blowing on you, so you might as well enjoy it.
No one said, where's your shame, woman? Why are you embarrassed? What happened to you? And it's unfortunate that women are allowed, that men are so weak, they've been so intimidated, that they allow these women to just run wild and screw up everything.
What everything are women screwing up? What are they doing? You've talked and rambled and yammered on like a fucking idiotic dipshit for like 6 or 7 minutes now, and you've yet to say a goddamn thing. You've yet to point to one concrete instance of women fucking anything up, ever. Where is your fucking evidence? Where is your fucking argument? If you're gonna have an ignorant, brain-dead position, at least argue for that fucking position. All you're doing is just stating and restating the same contention over and over again without supplying us with any sort of argument whatsoever. It's just like, women, they ain't ashamed no more. They used to be ashamed. It's better when they're ashamed. I don't know what's going on. Every time one of these women opens their legs for a frat boy, America dies a little inside. The Statue of Liberty is crying. You don't want to let the Statue of Liberty cry, do you? No, you don't. Because that would be bad. That would be sad. That makes America mad. Wham, wham, wham. Boo-hoo-hoo. What?
It's another big mistake is to, and I think I may have hit on this already, is to put women in power position, these businesses and jobs, because they can't handle stress, they can't handle anything. You walk up to them with an issue, they freak out right away.
You're the worst fucking person ever. You understand that, right? Please tell me that somewhere deep within the recesses of your being, there is some minuscule nugget of your consciousness that understands what a despicable fuck you are. Please tell me that. For my own peace of mind, tell me that.
Especially if they can't get the problem resolved right away. I've seen it happen at the airports, and banks, and the post office. When the issue go wrong, they go nuts. They get mad. They get upset, just like that. They have no patience because it's not in their nature. They don't have love.
Women don't have love. You heard it here, folks. Women, loveless creatures. That's why they can't handle power. Well, you already said that the power they have is bullshit anyway. So what does it matter? It's not from God, so it doesn't matter. It's not even real power. Why don't you just let them have their materialistic, worldly power, and you can sit in a dark room with God and Jesus having a big old fucking circle jerk with your real power? Why don't you just do that and leave the rest of the world the fuck alone? How about you try that on for size, sailor? Okay? Yeah.
One of the greatest mistakes that America made was to allow women the opportunity to vote. We should have never turned it over to women.
Wow.
And these women are voting in the wrong people. They're voting in people who are evil, who agrees with them, who are going to take us down this pathway of destruction. And this probably was the reason that they didn't allow women to vote when men were men. Because men in the good old days understood the nature of the woman. They were not afraid to deal with it. And they understood that you let them take over, this is what would happen.
I don't know how to make that sound dumber than it is. You win. You win. I can't even make fun of that. It's already as dumb as it could possibly be. There's no way for me to mock it. There's no way for me to explain why it's dumb. It's just too fucking dumb. I can't, there's no commentary. There's nothing I can say. It is what it is. You're a fucking idiot.
They're voting in people who are evil, who agrees with them, who are going to take us down this pathway of destruction. And this probably was the reason that they didn't allow women to vote when men were men. Because men in the good old days understood the nature of the woman.
Yeah. One thing that I've definitely gleaned from this inane tirade of infinite fucking stupidity is that you possess a greater knowledge and understanding and comprehension of the woman than most men. You certainly seem like an expert. Sure, okay, I'll buy that shit. Yeah, I'm convinced. Can you tell by my face that I'm convinced? This is my convinced face. I'm being serious right now. This isn't sarcasm. I believe you. You're an expert on the woman.
But this is how evil is coming in. It's coming through the woman. It really is. I know y'all don't want to hear it, but it's the truth, so help me. And if you doubt me, just look. All you have to do is open up your eyes and look around yourself and see it for yourself.
Nope. The problem still seems to be people like you.
It's not hard to see anymore. Look at every place where a woman is in control, and maybe not all, but most. You see nothing but confusion. There's no good in it at all, none.
Oh, confusion! Yeah, I'm sure you do see a lot of confusion when you go out there into the world. Because as I'm listening to you talk, I got to admit, I feel a great deal of confusion myself. I really do. You're like a guy who rubs cat shit all over his chest every morning and then thinks there's some kind of weird global conspiracy of people covering up their noses. You know, you never stop to think, hey, maybe it's me. Maybe people are confused because I say bafflingly stupid shit. That never occurs to you, does it? Of course it doesn't, because you're, well, you know, a moron.
If you're speaking the truth, they're going to shut you down. But if you're going along with it and lying about it and speaking lies, then your freedom is fine. Don't worry about your freedom. But if you disagree, your freedom of truth speech is being shut down. And it's happening. It's just happening. It looked like it can't be stopped. It's just happening because women are in position of power.
No one is shutting you down. You have had a chance to disseminate your idiotic version of the truth all over the place. You've been on Fox News several dozen times. You're a constant guest on Sean Hannity's show. You have tons of videos on YouTube that have not been taken down. They've not been censored in any way, shape, or form. You have been fully allowed to express your viewpoints. The fact that people don't agree with your viewpoints and think that you're a fucking idiot, that is not censorship. That is an organic reaction to the shit that you are fucking saying. No one is trying to censor you, and if they are, they're not doing a very good job of it because you're all over the place, buddy.
You can look at the homes, you can look at the businesses, you can look at the community, wherever women in schools, wherever women are taking over, evil reigns. It's there.
For more information or to purchase a copy of this show, visit us on the web at www.bondinfo.org or call 1-800-411-BOND.
Oh, yeah. We'll visit. We will visit. And we will call. But you ain't gonna fucking like it. I'm the Amazing Atheist. Peace the fuck out. Hey guys, brief announcement. A lot of people have been inquiring as to the status of Not Productive. The launch date should be very soon now. You can keep an eye on notproductive.com for updates, and that is going to be the URL of the site once it launches. So just keep your eyes there, keep checking back, and pretty soon you will see our site launching at that URL. So